Positive Disintegration as a roadmap, and the Strive method is how you follow it, okay? And in this episode, I am here to help you hopefully feel less alone in that terrifying middle space between who you are and who you're becoming. Lovely jubbly. What if falling apart was the first step to waking up? You see, most people think that growth is this nice, clean upward line. But real transformation, do you know what it looks like? Utter chaos. And it feels like fear because it's not knowing who you are anymore and not knowing who you're going to become. Hello, everybody. My name is Davy. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every single waking moment of that life helping other people do the same, like right now, ladies, gentlemen, and children, if there are any children listening here. Although I hope you're not, because I do swear quite a lot. This episode today is a part of our Strive Method workshop series. I hope you're enjoying them, okay? This is where we take you into the real work of becoming alcohol-free as fuck and living a self-led life, right? And today I want to talk about one of the hardest parts of the journey that nobody really prepares you for, right? And this is the moment that you stop drinking. And the reason that this is so difficult is because suddenly you have no idea who you are. You don't know how to think, you don't know how to feel, you don't know what you want. And that's because you've built your entire life around alcohol. Crazy, right? This is a liquid lie. It fucking blows my mind. Socially, emotionally, and for a lot of you, even spiritually, all of it is gone. And you're exposed, you're raw, and it is absolutely terrifying. But I'm here to tell you that feeling is not failure. It is you disintegrating. And that is exactly what is supposed to happen. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now in this journey. No matter how painful, no matter how much suffering you're going through, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, okay? And at Strive, we don't gloss over this. We don't promise quick wins. This is why the Strive method is 6 months long. We honor the depth of the change that you seek to make. And that's why we have built the Strive method on a psychological framework called Positive Disintegration. And it was created by Kazimierz Dabrowski. Now, Dabrowski believed that before we become the person we're meant to be, we have to break down the parts of us that were built for survival. But we don't destroy those parts, right? We understand them, we listen to them, and we bring them home. Because your parts, your inner child, your ego, those wounded parts of you, right, stuck in trauma, they led you to alcohol for a reason. And once we understand that reason, we can start the real work of change. Think of positive disintegration as a roadmap, and the Strive method is how you follow it, okay? And in this episode, I am here to help you hopefully feel less alone in that terrifying middle space between who you are and who you're becoming. And I know it's terrifying because I've been there and I've guided many, many people through the same process. So just before we go on a break, I want to invite you to take a breath, a big, deep breath, big belly breath. Right? What part of you feels like it's melting? What part of you is afraid of what is coming next? Because it's not the end. It's the moment just before everything begins. Welcome back to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. It is, again, another segment of the Strive Method workshop. And today we're talking about the concept of positive disintegration with Kazimierz Dabrowski, okay? Becoming alcohol-free as fuck isn't just about stopping drinking. That is why we keep banging on about the importance of living a self-led life. It is about walking through an identity collapse and rebuilding something far better on the other side of that. That is why the Strive method exists. This is why I built it, right? Not to help you quit, but to help you transform. Let me show you how that looks by looking at the Strive Method's 6 modules through the lens of positive disintegration. So the first month of the Strive Method is called Stuck, right? That is the first place that you will begin your journey. And even if you're further along down the journey, I always invite everybody to start at Stuck so you get the full brainwashing of my program into your noggin, because it really, really helps that way, right? So in the Stuck phase, this is where most people find us, right? This is where most people end up listening to the podcast and coming on board the Strive Method. This is where alcohol isn't just a drink, right? It is a survival mechanism where your parts are running the show. Self feels like a stranger and you feel trapped, you feel numb, and you feel helpless. Then after the Stuck module, we move into the thought module. Okay. And this is when something kind of wakes up. There's a stirring, the cognitive dissonance starts to beat a drum that you can suddenly hear in your brain. You start asking questions like, why do I drink? You start noticing the cracks in your reality. Self stirs, a new voice begins to whisper, maybe there's more to life than this, right? Then you get to the third month and we're in the ready phase. And this is where you start to see your parts more clearly. The ones that want to please, the ones that want to rebel, the ones that want to numb, the ones that want to shout and scream, the ones that want to just disappear from life and disassociate. And you realize that they're actually all trying to protect you. And that awareness cracks your old identity wide open. And this is then when we move into the initiative phase. And this is the mess, right? I love this the best though, but it is the mess. This is the cocoon. This is when you start saying no to alcohol and yes to the discomfort, yes to the unknown, yes to your truth. And yes, it is painful. Yes, it is raw. And yes, it is bloody necessary. Then we move into the vigilance phase. Vigilance phase, can't even say it, the 5th month. This is where you are rebuilding. This is where you are responding from self, not parts. But it takes a lot of effort because those parts, those old patterns, they're going to try to pull you back into the old version of who you used to be. So this is where community comes in. People having your back, pointing out your blind spots from a place of love and compassion. And that is why Strive exists. And then we move into the 6th month, evolution. This is where you've become alcohol free as fuck. Drinking alcohol is in the rear view mirror somewhere. And now you're trying to live from a place of self. You're meeting challenges with clarity. You love growth, even when it hurts. You're free, not just from alcohol, but from the stories that kept you stuck in that old life. So if you're feeling like you've lost who you were and you're scared of who you might become, you're not broken, you're becoming. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can understand more about positive disintegration and how we apply it in the Strive method. It's a very, very powerful concept, and you can learn more about it if you want to join. But before then, today's daily vow. Today, I will not drink because I know I'm scared and I'm doing it anyway. The caterpillar doesn't know it's going to be a butterfly. It just follows the instinct to change. And in the cocoon, it doesn't just reshape itself, it melts. Total disintegration. But from that chaos, wings. You're not falling apart. You're preparing to fly. I'm going to leave you with a few reflections. Where are you in the Strive method? Stuck, thought, ready, initiative, vigilance, or evolution? What does transformation feel like for you right now? Does it feel like fear? Does it feel like excitement? Or maybe a bit of both. Tag us wherever you are listening with your answer. Let this be the moment you say it out loud and you say it out proud. If this episode shifted something inside of you, take a moment to rate and review the show so other people can find us. Please subscribe so you never miss a single episode. And if you want to experience positive disintegration through the Strive method with the help and support of someone like myself, who is 15 years alcohol-free as fuck, living a self-led life, visit www.thestrivemethod.com and join our Stuck phase. It's all there for you. It's all ready and waiting. Also, there's a free ebook there as well, The Liquid Lie. Check that out. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, you will not drink today. Remember your vow, right? You will not drink today. You're scared, but you're going to do it anyway because you can. That power is within you. I believe in you. You need to believe in yourself, right? Until tomorrow, much love and strive on.